Hi guys, I'm Shellzz, FIFA player for Man City, current EPL champion, and today I'll be answering your questions. Could I get your custom tactics please from Abdul Rahman in the UK? I might make a video on it soon, so you gotta watch out for that. How many times has Shellzz beaten Ryan in a FIFA game from Amazon from Nigeria? I mean, too many to count, but I think I've just lost track to be honest. I beat Ryan all the time, but hopefully we can play each other in a tournament. I can embarrass him there as well. What is your biggest scoreline on FIFA from Jack in the UK? My biggest scoreline, I think, in general, I think it was like 27-0 in a draft game, but in a competitive game, it was 14-0. I'm not going to say their opponent's name just in case, they can't get revenge in that. I'm sorry, but yeah, 14, I think. What was going through your mind when you won the E-Premier League, and what did you think when it got to penalties from Kyle in the UK? I mean, winning the E-Premier League I still can't believe it. It's a dream. I'm really happy to get a trophy for City as well. But when it went to penalties, it's one of those ones. I backed myself, but I was shaking. I was completely nervous. But you just have to pick a corner and hopefully the luck goes away. Which City player do you enjoy controlling the most in FIFA? From William from the UK. There's a few good players from City and the whole team. There's obviously Team of the Year, Kevin De Bruyne, is a crazy card. Scored a winning penalty for me against Cosmin. But for me, I think I'm going to go with Cancelo's road to the final card. I think he's probably one of the best all-round fullbacks in the game. And he's got crazy links as well, but he's really good on the pitch. At what age did you realise that you was good at FIFA from Olirato in South Africa? That's a tough one. I think compared to your friends, I think you always back yourself from an early age. I was used to come home on FIFA 13. So I was around 13, 14 at the time. I think I was at a good level there. But you don't really believe in yourself and kind of think you can compete with the big guys. But I thought I was always alright at FIFA, but when I qualified for my first event, I think that was kind of the moment where alright, I must be kind of half decent. We just see where it goes. So I was around 17 at the time. What did your family say when you was always playing games? From Iman from Malaysia. To be honest, my dad was not happy. My mum, I mean, she didn't really have an opinion to be fair, but education was a big thing for my family. So when I dropped out of school to be a FIFA pro, obviously did scare my dad a little bit and he was a bit disappointed, but seeing me on stage and performing and competing for representing Man City and stuff like that, I think it's kind of made them realise how big it is and they support me ever since. But at first it was a tough one, but they've been backing me ever since. What did it feel like when you became a pro player from Geo from Kuwait? It's kind of a weird one. I think I was proud and happy that I was able to do it as a career. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know what I wanted to study and stuff like that. So being able to do something I enjoy the most, I have a lot of fun times playing video games and stuff like that. It's kind of like a dream in a way. Obviously, we want to be professional footballers and stuff like that. But to be a pro FIFA player is a crazy dream, really. How many hours do you spend playing FIFA a day? From Sanji from India. That kind of depends on the season. Every start of the new season, you kind of play quite a lot of hours throughout the day. Maybe everyone's different at the end of the day. Some people can play 4 hours, 3 hours. And some people play for 12 or 16 and stuff crazy like that. But you just got to find what works for you. The start of the game is kind of where we grind the most. And then throughout the year, I don't really play much throughout the day. I play FUT Champs on the weekend and some pro tournaments, maybe every couple of days. But it kind of just depends on you. How long have you been a pro FIFA player? From Tim from Sweden. Shout out to our Swedish guys. But I've been a pro FIFA player for 5 years now. My first year was FIFA 17 and now we're in FIFA 21. Can I count right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So yeah, 5 years now. So time's flying. What is your go-to formation? From Steven from Kenya. My go-to formation right now is a 4-4-2. I think it's just the most balanced in the game. Obviously, 5-back's really good defensively. It's quite hard to attack. Narrow is crazy going forward, but really hard to defend. So 4-4-2 kind of gives you the best of both worlds. And that's my favourite formation right now. How much of effect does pressure have on your game? From Ryan from the United States. Pressure, I think, is one of the most important things. I think people don't realise at the high level in FIFA, the mental side of the game is probably one of the most important things. So finding a way to deal with pressure, or if the pressure gets too much to you, can really decide whether you can go far in a tournament or you go out early. So you've got to find a way to cope with it and manage it as best as you can. What is your favourite skill in FIFA? From Lino from South Africa. My favourite skill right now, I probably wouldn't say it's my favourite, but what I'm best at and what I use the most is the bridge, the directional nutmeg, if you don't know what it is. I use that pretty much every time I get close to the box and just try and glitch the defender, get a chance to goal. So yeah, the bridge is probably my favourite skill right now. How do you always improve to become the best? From Tahid from the UK. I'm sorry if I butchered everyone's names, by the way. I do apologise for that, but I don't know, it's a tough one. You got to kind of, for me, I watch other pros, try to see what they do, and try to take tips and learn that and add that to my game. And I feel like when I get to a certain level, everything kind of comes all together and works at the same time. So it's all about kind of preparing and putting yourself in situations and dealing with it more and more. So when you get in that situation again, you know what to do, you know how to deal with it. So it's all about playing the game a lot of the times. But I like to watch other pros and try to take things from them. Can I play with you guys? From Christopher from Norway. I mean, why not? Maybe we could do a pro club session one day with you guys and hopefully have some fun times there, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I've been Shellzz. Thank you for your questions and I hope to see you guys next time.